Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about snap-in tabs, what they are, what they do, how they work, what people are going to talk about when referring to them, and how you can know which tabs they're talking about. So, before we get started, make sure to subscribe if you have not already so you don't miss any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm so thankful to have you here with me today. I am getting over a cold, so if my voice is scratchy, please forgive me, and let's get started. So, today, Mini Penelope, I should name her something different. My big planner's named Penelope, but I should name her something different, is going to be our hostess to show us these little mini tabs that we're going to discuss. So, there's two different types of tabs that people will refer to. There is sticky tabs and there is snap-in tabs. Okay? So, essentially they're very similar ideas. I have had, they come in a pack, they're 12 pieces each. I've had these for quite some time now, actually, and I've used them, but for whatever reason, it's like they never end. Even though there's only 12, I have not run out yet. But, and then these are sticky tabs. So, the way snap-in tabs work, and I'm going to pull one out so you can see. Okay. So the way snap-in tabs work is there is a sticky portion on the back side of this that you would peel off, and then it becomes available for you to stick whatever you'd like to the back side of it and punch it in. So for example, if I put these sticky notes on it, because I just wanted a little sticky note in here, then you would just pull that off and actually just pop this into your planner, and this is now stuck to it, and it would be part of your planner as like a little extension of it, and then it would just flip like normal. So it's very sticky. It will stick to things no problem, and it will actually physically just like pull out and pop in and be really easy for you to put together, basically. They are good for any type of invitation, or maybe like a wedding invitation, or maybe like a family photo, or like a Christmas card, or something that you want to put in your planner, or any type of discount system, but you don't necessarily want to ruin because you know how sentimental and precious it is to you. So you want to keep it good, but you want it in there. These are really sticky, but they also don't damage when they're pulled off. So I think that if you're looking for something like that, it is a great way to stick it in your planner. The other thing is that they're really great for these coordinated accessory packs. If you want to put them in your planner, they'll stick to the back. No problem. You can just punch them in. You can either put one in the middle or one on bottom and top, and they'll just like punch right in your planner. And then you have this in there with you if you want it in your planner. These are thin enough to where they don't infringe upon anything. So it's a great way to, there's obviously 3 punch holes, so depending on the size of your planner, mini, big, micro, whatever it might be, this is a great way to actually just, punch a few small things in. If you do need more than one, you can size it to fit, the classic will fit perfectly with 3 of them in a row. The big, you'd probably have to space them out a little bit, and then of course the mini would be a little bit less than that. But it's definitely a great way to put things in your planner that you organically would not. They're going to hide underneath. So when they're punched in your planner, you are not going to be able to see them specifically. They're going to stay hidden depending on what is in there, and you will just have to know that location some other way. Oh, this one's got like this little thing in there. Yeah. Look. Not that that matters, but I was wondering why I was punching it out. So yeah, you will just have to know by looking in the top or having an identification of some nature some other way. Now these snap-in tabs, I just bought these, although I've owned these before, but these snap-in tabs are a little bit different. These are really designed, and they come off sticky. They are sticky. They're not as sticky as the backs of these. So if you're comparing the two stickiness levels, these are definitely more sticky than what these are. But these are designed to be a page marker, more or less, for you so you can identify different categories of your planner. Maybe you don't love dashboards. Maybe dashboards are not the best way for you to mark your page. You would just take this and you'd put it on the page that you want to mark. You would take your pen and you'd write on the top what they are, and you can either use them on the top side, which is the easiest way I think to use them because I like to pull from the top rather than the sides. I don't know. It's just a Megan thing. Or you can put it on the side and it would work just as well. Keep in mind, I am using the micro, so that is going to be a little bit different. But even if you pulled over my planner here, they're going to fit about the same size as what you see right there as a dashboard. Oh, gosh. Flying at me as a dashboard top. So they're very similar in size to the dashboard top. It will fit pretty much the same. So like let's just say I wanted to mark my word of the year. I wanted this page handy, and I decided to write at the top what that was. Then I would be able to see it from the top of my planner and flip right to it without a problem. Except that I went too far because it's stuck behind another one. The one thing I will say is these are not as sticky, so if you pull too hard on them or you pull around on them, it will pop off. It's not going to damage what's underneath, but it's not going to necessarily, you're going to have to reapply it, and it will potentially fall off that, you know, that you won't be able to use it at all. But another great way, the thing about these types of tabs are they're universal and they're not Happy Planner specific. So while they are from the Happy Planner, you absolutely do not need to use them in a Happy Planner of any sort. There's tons of different ways to use them. For example, let's take this beautiful Erin Condren notebook. If you want to mark a tab that you're journaling and you want to mark a tab for a specific type of thing, voila, it's marked, and you can flip right to it. So they're not specific, and they work great on the paper because they don't tear it and they're not too sticky, so you're not going to get that damage on the paper. But they're designed to act as a page marker so you know different categories of your planner. If you have specific planners desires in mind and you want to mark them down, that's exactly what they're there for. They're not super sticky, but you can get a couple uses out of them if you store them properly back on the tabs if you don't want to use all of them. Of course, I think that this was, don't quote me on this, but I think that this was $4.99, and then if you use a coupon, it's like $2 or so. You get 12 of them, so it's really not expensive. And these are normally retailing at the same price. So these may have been cheaper when they were released in the first release than they are presently, but they're generally the same price. So you can kind of compare the two. It's going to be a pretty easy comparison. Super cheap for being able to mark them. So I wouldn't worry too much about trying to save them or salvage them if you do ruin one or you don't. It's not the end of the world. But they are going to get a couple uses if you store them properly and take good care of them. Now, if you're looking for something more permanent or a little bit more durable that you don't have to worry about ruining your pages at all, the better option for that is a dashboard. But again, you might get 3 dashboards in a set for $7.99 and 12 of these for $4.99. So if you're looking for value specifically, I think that they are a good value for what they are. They serve different purposes, and they're definitely not going to be the same type of scenario. So when people talk about tabs, they're not necessarily going to differentiate what tabs they're talking about, but snap-in tabs is used more commonly, and then just tabs is used as tabs. People don't normally say sticky tabs, they just say tabs, or they say snap-in tabs. So if you're wondering which one they're talking about, that's an easy way to identify. But the other thing is that some people refer to them both just as tabs. So if tabs is what they're saying, they're talking about one of these two things, especially if it's Happy Planner related. I recommend having both in your planner setup and both ready to go for use. These are great even if you're not a Happy Planner girl. If you love Erin Condren or you love a different type of planner, good. These are going to work perfect in that planner for you. But the good news is that they're available at Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and Michael's. You don't have to order them specialty. They're everywhere. There's going to be different styles and colors for each, but you'll be able to find a version of them at each store regardless. So, all right, everyone. Well, I hope that that helped you understand the difference between sticky tabs and sticky or snap-in tabs, excuse me. And I hope that you will go pick them up and use them to your. So let me know in the comments if you have questions about any of the items we discussed today. I would love to answer them for you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.